So today we are going to be doing another reading vlog, and I've got quite the stack of books that I would like to try and make some progress on this weekend. So let's just get into what is on my TBR, because I just really don't think I'm going to get through all of these. So as I said, I've got quite the giant stack. I'm definitely not going to be finishing a single one of these. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm in the mood to read, so I've kind of got a very big variety here of things. So I've got two classics that I would like to try and make some progress on. The first one is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I've never actually no, that's a lie. I have read this. I read it as an audiobook, and I really don't remember a single thing that happened. So I'm trying to read it again. I've been reading this all year and I am 62 pages in, so I would like to try and read more of this. I have borrowed the audiobook from my library, so I might do a tandem read of that because I find that really helpful with classics and I just really enjoy the narration of a lot of them. So I would like to try and read some of that. Continuing with Jane Austen, I have also got Lady Susan. This is a really short one. This is actually one of her earliest works, I believe. It is something she wrote when she was a teenager. So I would like to read this. This is just a short collection of different letters and everything, and it sounds really interesting, and it's got a very different character to, I guess, what people are used to from Jane Austen. So I would like to read this one, or start it. Then I've also got The Ship of Magic on my TBR. This is by Robin Hobb. This is book 1 of the Live Ship Traders. I am almost finished chapter 2. These chapters are just 30 pages long, and something about this takes me just like forever to read because of how dense the pages are. But I would like to get a lot of the way through, or I would like to get up to 200 pages through this weekend. I just think that would be very helpful if I can get through that much so I can finish this on time, because I don't really want to push it back like I have the other 2 books if I can avoid it. So my goal is to get up to page 205, which is chapter 9. But I'm really enjoying this one. I think it's very different. We've got so many different characters that we are following in this compared to The Assassin's Apprentice, where we only really followed Fitz. So I'm really intrigued and interested to see these other characters and get insight into other people's brains and see how Robin Hobb writes them. But this is about magic ships or live ships. These are ships that are made of wizard wood that once 3 successive generations have died on this ship of the same family, then it is awakened and everything, and that the masthead of the ship comes alive. So it sounds really interesting, and one of our characters that we follow is the daughter of this family that owns and made this live ship, and it is about to be quickened or awakened once her father dies. And the chapter that I've read from her is very interesting. Our other characters that we follow in this is, one is a pirate. He is trying to become the pirate king and has a little amulet made of wizard wood that he wears on his wrist that like protects him from magic. Our other character is the daughter's nephew, and he has been training to be like I don't remember the word, not quite a priest. They study like the Book of Sa and everything like that, and he's always thinking and questioning things. So it's very heavy on that, but we're following him as well. And then we've got another character who is one of the ship hands or whatever of the ship that this woman is on. So I'm really excited to see how all of their kind of paths collide. Like obviously 3 of them are about to be together seeing as they're on the same ship, but I'm interested to see where the pirate himself comes into this, because it's really interesting and I just adore Hobb's writing, and this has a very big focus on like serpents, which I'm very excited about and to see, and I just can't wait to read more of this. Then I have also started Letters to Our Robot Son. This is by Cadence Bell. This is an Australian sci-fi. I am on chapter 3. I've read 18 pages. I don't know if I'm going to keep reading this. It is very short, and I know it's something I could read quite quickly. I just don't really love the narration style at the moment. It's very heavy on like the internal narration and stuff like that, which can work, like Murderbot, but I just don't think I'm in the mood for this right now. I think I might try and see if I can find the audiobook anywhere, because I think I will enjoy this book as audio more. So if I can find that, I will definitely have a listen, but I don't think it's on any of the platforms that I use to listen to audiobooks. If I do find it, I will be downloading it and either listening to it on its own or doing a tandem read. But that was my quite ambitious TBR for the weekend. I am definitely not going to be finishing a single one of those books unless I become like insanely obsessed with Sunrise on the Reaping, but I've got a very busy weekend planned. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Today I need to go into the shops and actually find a Mother's Day gift and some cards. We also might be going to a Twilight market tonight. I'm not too sure, but I'd like to do some reading today, do some journaling as well. Maybe watch a movie tonight or some more TV. Last night though, as I said, I read read a tiny bit of Ship of Magic. I also started watching Criminal Minds because I did not realize the new season was out, and I have very mixed feelings on episode 1. If you're a Criminal Minds fan, let me know how you've been feeling about Evolution, because Criminal Minds is something I binge watched entirely last year, and I watched all the original seasons. I have all of them on DVD, and then I started Evolution, and I don't like it as much. Something about it has changed. Like, the formula is different of the episodes. It just almost seems too easy in a way for them, and they rely so much on technology rather than actually going out and solving the cases. I'm also not really sure how I feel about the Voight plotline that's overarching throughout it all. I think it's just not the same without, like, Reed and Hotch and their interactions with everything else, and especially that, like, Prentice and Rossi have kind of like taken a back seat, and we just don't get anything from these characters that I feel like was so strong. It kind of just fallen flat for me. But it is only still the first episode of the season, so I will give it some time, but I just feel like Evolution is really nowhere near as good as the original season. But let me know if you feel the same. I feel like I've seen a few things, but most people seem to be pretty silent on it, or maybe I'm just not super involved in the community. But yeah, please tell me I'm not alone in this feeling. Okay, as I was saying, other plans for the weekend though. Tomorrow I am actually going into this city to hang out with my sister, maybe try and get lunch with a friend or see a friend if she has time. Then I will be picking my other sister up from the airport, and we'll be driving home to my mum's place, and I'll stay there for the night. I have Monday off of work, so I'll be spending the day with friends and family, back at my mum's place and stuff, and don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done. We shall see. I definitely have a lot of time to listen to audiobooks with all the driving I'm doing, which the audiobook I'm listening to is Fathom Folk by Eliza Chan. It's okay. I don't know if audio was the right choice for this. I'm just not very interested in it. Just something's not gripping my attention. I really do like the characters, but I feel like I haven't really been hooked in by the plot yet. So I would like to try listening to that more. If I can find Letters to Where Robots Are, I might switch to that. But yeah, Monday, I really don't know what I'm going to be doing Monday, or if I'm going to have much chance to film and read, but we shall see. But that is currently where I'm at. I am going to go now though and film a different video that will be posted and should be up by the time you're seeing this, and then I will probably do a tiny bit of reading, maybe finish that chapter of Ship of Magic, and then we will go to the shops. this weekend kind of ended up being a bit of a flop reading wise. I just didn't get a whole lot of time to read, let alone really film. So you've just seen some of my weekend in the city with my sister. We went shopping and stuff and got lunch together until I had to pick my other sister up from the airport, and then the next morning me and that sister climbed a mountain with my dad and all that fun stuff. But I'm back home now. Again, haven't done any reading, so I might extend this until the coming weekend just so we can maybe actually finish a book, but I really don't know what I feel like reading. Like, I was trying to read more of Ship of Magic, but I think I kind of want something shorter. So I might actually pick up Witch King by Martha Wells, because I feel like that's what I'm in the mood for. I do have some e-arcs on my Kindle, some that are already out, some that are coming out, so I might have a look at downloading some. Sorry, my cat is going crazy. Are you right? Come here. Hi. So I've got some e-arcs on my Kindle that I do want to read, so I might look and see what I've got downloaded and if there's any others I need to download and maybe read one of those, because I feel like I need something quick and easy to get through. My Kindle really makes me read fast because you can like change the font size and everything. So we might go with that, but I will see how we go. Hopefully I can do some more reading tonight, but we'll see. But I will go feed my cat and get to reading, hopefully. Okay, so I have been reading some of Witch King tonight. I actually ended up changing over to the hardback because I have the Limit Crate edition and a paperback that a friend got me. But I'm trying to convince my partner to read this because I think he would really enjoy it. And I also need someone that's reading it at the same time as me so I can talk about it, because I am very confused. So I think I might hold off on reading more of this tonight. I think I just finished like chapter 4, I think, but I'm like 80 pages in and I'm up to the Past the Meeting next, which is one of the past chapters. I think I am enjoying it. I do love Martha Wells as a writer. Like Murderbot and like the Murderbot Diaries is one of my favorite series. I really enjoy it, but something about this is just, it is so confusing. It really feels like I've been thrown into the middle of a series with how much stuff is happening, and there's not really a lot of, there is explanations, but not really. It kind of seems like you're meant to have a whole big understanding about things that you kind of haven't been explained properly. So I'm just trying to pick up the pieces. I will still continue it, but I think I might try and convince my partner to read more of it. And hopefully I can get him to hurry up and catch up and then talk things through with me, because this is a book you need to read with someone, I think. If you are wanting to read Witch King, find a book club or a buddy read to do it with, because I don't know, I'm just very confused. It is good, it's an interesting world and an interesting concept, but I just really don't know. But I kind of just wanted something different to read. I have been struggling with reading this past week. I've just been really exhausted mentally. I don't think Witch King was the right call, but it does sound really interesting. So if you haven't heard of it, it is basically about this demon who is called the Witch King by mortals, Kai. He has been killed and kind of reawakens in this tomb and is trying to find out who killed him and all of this stuff. Like, he's obviously immortal, but something happened and how he was trapped kept him asleep and like dead this entire time, and also had killed one of his friends, who I think is a witch. I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with her. It kind of seems like she is, but now they're trying to track down who killed them and did this to them, and also try and find the other two members of their gang, which is like the witch's wife and then also her younger brother. So I'm really interested to see where it goes. It sounds really interesting, and the magic system is very cool, but I just really don't understand. I will be reading more, obviously. I'm like 88 pages in. I'd like to try and finish it this weekend, but we'll see how we go. I do really want to make more progress on Ship of Magic this weekend. I've read like nothing of this. I just realized I stopped in the middle of a chapter and there's no proper paragraph, like no proper break. Why did I do that to myself? I don't even really know if I remember when I read this last or what I read last. God, I might have to, I think I'm only on like chapter 3 as well. Oh, I kind of remember. Okay, I'm gonna go from the page before, I think, and try and figure out what's going on. But what chapter am I on? So I'm on chapter 3. I did enjoy what I read of Ship of Magic. Very interesting, very different. Just lots of POVs that I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around, and more POVs have literally just been introduced. So yeah, I would like to read more of this. It is kind of getting late. I say late, I think it's like 9:30. But I'd like to read more Ship of Magic tonight. I also need to do some journaling. I want to try and sleep around 10 because I've been so exhausted, and it's just been a mentally draining week. I've had to do some really tough, like emotionally draining work at work. So we'll see how we go. Maybe I'll end up looking and picking up something else this weekend. I have a library book that I picked up and a book my dad lent me, which I'll talk about later on. So maybe I'll try and start one of those. The library book I only have for a short period of time as well, so I do really need to start that. And I've seen a lot of people fly through the book that I picked up from the library, so I'm kind of leaning towards that one this weekend. But I'm actually going to go get to some reading now and try and maybe fill out my journal a tiny bit. But we shall see. That is where I am currently at. So this isn't really the best lighting, just the light here really does nothing, so I don't have it on at the moment. But I had a package arrive. I actually was going to film opening it, but I was too excited, so I just opened it already. But I thought I would show you all what I got. So I did an order. Let me grab some stuff. I ordered some stuff from Pinky's, which is this really cool shop in Melbourne. I've only been to it once in person, but it's where they sell a lot of Bagu stuff. So like I got my Bagu bag that I use for work, and then the Crescent bag that I have is another daily bag. But I bought a sunglasses case from them ages ago, but then when we were moving from the ACT up to Queensland, I lost it one day down there when we were moving and organising stuff, and I was walking around the city heaps, and I just fell out of my bag and I lost it along with my sunglasses, and I've been very sad about it ever since. So I decided to do an order. I was hoping to get the new bowler bag, the like chocolate plum one, but they don't seem to be in stock at the moment. If they ever were in stock, I'm unsure whether it was a pre-order or not, so I'm going to keep checking back every now and then. But I did get a few things that I wanted to talk about, and I just love this new thank you card they have. It's really nice. But the main thing I ordered was a new sunglasses case. This is one of those like puffy, squishy ones. You can like hear it. It's like a nylon material and it's magnetized. And I just really like the colors on this. It's really pretty. I really like these glasses cases because they're pretty like compact, and they actually seem to protect them decently well. They're honestly not that much more sturdy than the cases that I actually have at the moment for my glasses that they came with, and I think these just like pack up nicer and are easier to carry around with you. So I'm glad to have a new one of these. Then I have this Monchichi I've had since I was like 11 that I got in China when I was there, and I only recently got it back because my sister's had it for the longest time. I think it was at her place or our parents' place or something. Or she got it out of like a storage shed that we had a bunch of stuff in. And I got it back from her, and I've been really obsessed with monchechis. I've always loved them. And I really wanted one of the key rings to put in my bag because I was tempted to turn this into a key ring somehow. But I didn't think that would be the smartest idea. So I just decided to buy a keyring myself. My little keyring has been sitting behind me. It's so small and like little. I kind of forget how big my monchichi actually was and how little these are, and that they have a tail. I was kind of shocked when I opened it and saw that there was a tail, but that's just me being dumb and not remembering that they have one. But this is the little boy monchichi, I guess. The other one I technically think is a girl. I don't know. I just think they're really adorable, and I'm totally going to be putting this on one of my bags. If I do get that Bagu bowler bag, it is 100% going on there, but for now I think I'm going to put it on my like non-work everyday bag, if that makes sense. Then the final thing I got was the Sylvanian family blind bag, but they had little blind bags of them, and I found some really cute ocean themed one. I was hoping for the crab, and I did get my least favorite one, but I still think it's really cute. It is this little bunny wearing a pink dress and it has like a little fish bag. I do think it's really adorable. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I kind of like the idea of just taking around a little Sylvanian with me because they're so cute and it makes me really happy seeing it. I'm trying to like have more cute things around that make me happy and things that will just like make me smile throughout my day. So on my desk at work, I've got a little clown Sunny Angel because I really do feel like a clown at work sometimes, and having the clown Sunny Angel like boosts my mood. So maybe this will be the little dude that comes around with me, but they're gonna have to lose the fish purse. But I thought this was really cute. I am sad that I didn't get the crab. Maybe I'll eventually buy more and get another crab, hopefully. But I still think this is adorable. For now, though, this has been chilling on my bookshelf. I did have it down lower, but I think it can just go up here for now. Kind of doesn't stand properly because of the dress. But tonight, my partner didn't end up starting work until a lot later tonight. So I drove him to work. And then before that, we were watching some House and had dinner together. So I haven't really done too much. I then watched the newest episode of Criminal Minds. Still very mixed. The thing that happened at the end, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't watched it, but I thought that would happen. I thought this would be the season that would happen. We haven't had anything really big to that extent happen, so I thought we were about due for something. It also kind of felt very lackluster. I don't know, just Criminal Minds isn't the same and isn't as good as it used to be, but yeah. I was going to watch season 2 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but I think I just want to read. I really don't think I'm going to finish any book in this vlog, but I would like to read more of Ship of Magic tonight, and if I can, Witch King, because I am thinking about it a lot. I am just genuinely very confused. So I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and go chill on my couch, maybe put on a reading ambiance playlist, get the mood set, and I will do some reading. But we'll check back in later when hopefully I've made some good progress on a book. But I really don't know how we're going to go. Oh, I also keep forgetting to show the books that I have acquired this week. Or I guess the books I've acquired this past week. But I have 2 here. One is from the library. One is one my dad lent me. So I might start with the one my dad lent me. And that is The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks. This is book 1 in the Night Angel trilogy. He's been talking about this a lot lately. He read all of the books pretty recently. And from what I've gathered, there's this guy that's like an assassin sort of thing. And he's kind of somewhat immortal. And he can die and kind of be reborn and uses death a lot to escape things that he finds difficult. But then one day he kind of realizes there's actually repercussions to him dying and being reborn and coming alive again, and that people he knows dies in his place, which I think is interesting. I'm definitely going to give this a go. I don't know when I'm going to be getting to it. He's already read it and he doesn't need it back anytime soon, so we'll see. Then I picked up The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I really don't know what this is about, but I've heard really good things, that it's very popular at the moment because I believe the sequel has come out or is coming out, and that a lot of people have just flown through this book, that it's very quick and easy to read, which is perfect because I think I've only got a week left on my time that I'm allowed to, my loan of this book. It was a very short loan, so I'm hoping to actually try and start it soon. I don't know if I'm going to have time in this video. This might be a next video sort of thing, but I should actually get to reading and stop talking to you, so I'm actually going to get started on reading now. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the reading vlog here. I haven't finished a single book this time. I just have been struggling. I'm definitely getting into reading again. I really don't think that Witch King was the best idea, so I might take a pause on it for now. I'm going to finish the chapter I have started today, but just something about this isn't hitting. It just feels like I've been thrown into the middle of a series, and I'm very confused, and just, it's not working out at the moment. So I think I will definitely try and get to this one more another time, but we'll see. I'm just not really feeling it at the moment, but I did make a bit more progress on Ship of Magic. Hold on, let me move these books. I did end up making a bit more progress on Ship of Magic. I'm on page 205 of it and have just got onto chapter 9. So I've kind of broken it up. I don't know if you can see. Can we focus? You can kind of see the bits that I've dog-eared. This is the pages and sections I'm going to try and read over the next month or over the next week or so. I would like to try and finish this before the end of the month. I know we are doing the book club until mid-June, but if I can finish it earlier, I would very much appreciate that, and we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading this. I think my next video will be dedicated pretty much to this and maybe one other book from my TBR, because there is a book that comes out in June that I would like to read before it. So my next vlog will be focusing on Ship of Magic and then also that book, I think. Let me know as well if you have read Witch King and what your thoughts were, and if it is worth continuing. I think I will give it another go because I am intrigued, and I know the second book has come out or is coming out. So I'm intrigued to see what it's like, because I did really enjoy Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells, so I'd really like to give something else a go from her, but I don't know, just please let me know if you have read this and what you thought of it. But you might have seen it before, but I was going through and reorganizing some of my bookshelf. But I also decided to unhaul some books. So there are 4 books here I'm going to get rid of. The first one is in these hallowed halls. This is a dark academia anthology. So we've got a bunch of different authors in here, like Olivia Blake and ML Rio. I was going to read the ML Rio short story in this. I don't think I will. I don't know. I'm just really not interested in reading like any of these anymore. I'm not super into dark academia. I'm not really a dark academia person anymore. So I don't really know. ML Rio's does look pretty short, so I might give that a go or see if I can find it online, but I'm going to be getting rid of this book. I've also decided to get rid of Iron Widow. This is by Jiren J. Zhao. I did really enjoy this, and I've heard very mixed to average to bad things about the sequel, and I think if I was to reread this, I would just get it from the library. Like, I'm going to look at the library and see if they've got Heavenly Tyrant, which is book 2, but I just don't really feel the need to keep this anymore, and like, while I did really enjoy it, I just really don't see myself rereading it, and I'm trying to get better about making space for books and everything. So I'm going to unhaul this. I'm also planning on unhauling The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I did try to read this. This has actually got some annotations in the beginning, I think. Or maybe just me underlining and highlighting stuff. Yeah, so I started trying to read this on the 7th of January, 2022. And I never finished it, so I am going to unhaul this. If I do ever feel like reading this, I will just get it from the library or listen to the audiobook. I just struggled with this because it's not a lot of stuff happening, just very much the vibes, no plot kind of deal, and that's not really always my thing, and I've just never been in the mood for it since, so I think it is time to say goodbye. I really enjoyed The Starless Sea, and I don't really have any strong desire to read this, to be honest, so I'm going to get rid of this. Then finally, I think I'm going to get rid of Fathom Folk by Eliza Chen. I am actually listening to the audiobook of this, but I ran out of hours on Spotify, so thanks for that, Spotify. But I just really wasn't vibing with it. Like, I got quite a few chapters through. I got to see where I'm actually up to, but this is the Illumicrate edition, and it is really pretty, and just, I love the sprayed edges, and like, this naked hardcover is absolutely breathtaking, but it's just, I just wasn't really enjoying it. It's a really cool concept, and we've got like characters that are cuppers and kelpies and all sorts of cool stuff. There is just so much in it, and like sirens and everything, and it just sounded really interesting, but I'm just not enjoying it, so I think I will get rid of this. So I think I'm going to try and sell this one on Facebook. I'm in some like buy and sell pages for fantasy and special editions, and then the other 3 I'm just going to find a little free library or an op shop and drop them off, just because I'm really not feeling them. I might go through eventually and try and unhaul more books, because I do have quite a lot that are unread and read that I'm not going to read again, so I'd like to make some more room. I did also make a bit more room by reshuffling things, and I still have some space. I'm leaving space on that Robin Hobb shelf
because I will have the rest of the books soon, and I managed to get the Illumicrate editions of the Farseer trilogy. Someone helped me get them in early access, which was very kind, so I will have those in the coming 4 months, 3 months, whenever they get to Australia. So I do need room for that, so I'm kind of leaving a gap on there for those and the rest of Robin Hobb's books that I will slowly be collecting. But yeah, I'd like to try and make more of a dent in my physical TBR, so if that involves unhauling books because I'm a different person to I was when I bought them and I'm not going to read them, then so be it. That's fine with me as well. There will be other people in the world that will enjoy them. With this though, I might do a whole separate video talking about a book buying ban, but I think I am going to go on a book buying ban for a while. There will be some books I am getting soon and breaking it. Yes, I'm already talking about breaking it. I did buy something off someone on Facebook. They were selling an Illumicrate book for May, which is one I really wanted. And there is V. Schwab's book coming out next month that I really want, and 2 non-fiction books I've been eyeing that I might order from Amplify soon. But yeah, I'm going to do a whole separate video on like book buying bans and TBR check-ins and all of that stuff. It'll be its own dedicated thing. We will go through and recount everything and check how we are going progress-wise and talk about kind of the rules and stuff I have around that, because I am going to Japan and Korea in October for a good period of time, and I would like to save more money before then, and not buying books is an easy way to do that. I'm going to be doing other buying bans, so I might do a whole video on that and my plans for saving money. I'm definitely going to be utilizing my library a lot more if I can. I'm just rambling now. That is it for the end of this vlog. I really hope the next one will be a lot more focused on reading and we'll get a lot more done. So this one was kind of disappointing. I am very sorry about that. But again, let me know your thoughts on Witch King if you have read it, if you think it's worth it and worth continuing. Let me know what book you've been reading recently and have been enjoying. And I will see you all next time with another video. So make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.